Homer Smith reporting on our prelim breakfast competition. The prelim scores: Gary McKeever 88.75, Rob Mervis 35.98. It's going to be a tough ordeal for Mervis to overcome this lead, but we have faith that Mr. McKeever will be able to maintain the superiority of the staff. Tune in tomorrow for our first of the final competitions. Thank you.
Mervis, breakfast is 13 hours away, and there ain't nobody's going to eat me under the table. I'm going to eat you under the table. I'm going to get loads and loads, and there's no way in the great Eatorama of 1985. No way, nobody, anyhow, is gonna...
Now, here is Rob the Maniac Mervis with his response to the rebuttal made by Mr. McKeever.
See this boy right here? See this boy? Mr. McKeever, I'm afraid you have no chance coming out of this with good bodily form. See this, Mr. McKeever? That's where you're gonna be for the rest of your career.
No way! Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! Nothing!
This is a put on.
Boy, come here, boy!
No, no,
Look at these! Look at
Where you going, Gary?
Okay, we've got Gary McKeever all the way from the great state of Pennsylvania.
I'll wait. These names of your players on the t-shirt? Yes. Jeff Thomas? I got it. What? You know Jeff Thomas plays trumpet. Oh, okay. He's a hiker.
Not new.
What mountain? You got it?
That much set. We're ready. Oh, yeah. He's in, right?
Gary McKeever.
Today, the Walt Disney World Magic Music Days program is proud to present marching bands from around the world. Please welcome the Elizabeth Forward High School Warrior Marching Band.
The Warrior Band lining up at Central Elementary School, getting ready to go to Kennywood.
Band, hut. All right, listen, please, no talking. I know I don't need to say these things for the veterans, but I'll say them because I know we have a lot of new people, too. Just to remind you of just a few bus things, first of all. Well, let me remind you of the first thing. Before we leave, you make sure that you have your shoes, your gloves, because I'm not taking, and I do have a couple of pairs of shoes in my car yet. Dennis, your shoes are here, you got them. Welcome to our 1992 preseason show. And probably the first thing I want to stress is that our preseason show is just that. Okay, we've come out of band camp. It's a dress rehearsal. Unfortunately, tonight, because of the weather, we weren't able to go on the field. By no means, however, and if we were on the field tonight, believe me, I think I can see that, but by no means is it a finished product. It is the beginning of the season for us. And it's a show that we're going to develop as the season goes along. We're going to add more things that we're going on the field with it. We're going to add more props and other things. And I think you'll find by the time we get to about our third band competition, the band should be really doing a great job. I know last year, at the beginning of the season, we came out with a preseason show. Everybody said, "What's wrong with the band?" And by the time we got to that last competition, they were just doing a great job, and they just grew. And what was delightful to me as a teacher, and probably made last year one of the best years of my teaching career, was being able to see the students start at a very low level and just progress throughout the year through marching band, on into concert band, but by the spring performances, they were just attaining a level of excellence. And I was very, very proud of last year's band. And I know that this year,
What did I ask him, Larry? I think that was we know your room number, Diane. And where's that missing key? I found it. I never knew that.
But this every year, Mr. McKeever.
Gary.
You girls should appreciate, you kids should appreciate, he's being a good sport about it.
There we go. He'll have a big dragon on his chest.
Yeah, he has a pool in his
okay, you're done. All right, thank you. The after picture.
All right, all right. All right.
It's you.
We all know how much fun Gary is, and we all like to poke fun and do little funny things. Gary, I need to say in all sincerity how dedicated, and I tell everyone, Herb Morgan and Tim Petty and anybody that will listen, what a terrific band director we do have, and we are very lucky to have him. He just gives 100% to you kids, and I hope you appreciate that, because as parents we do. Now we have to get on with some of the funny stuff we like to do to Gary. You know, every time we go on trips and stuff, it's McDonald's, McDonald's, McDonald's. I hate McDonald's, but we're hungry. It's been 18 hours on the bus. I haven't eaten because I'm not like Keith Lowry. I don't eat candy. I sort of wait for that big, nice breakfast in the morning, and where do those buses pull? At McDonald's. So we have for Gary McKeever first a McDonald's t-shirt. And it's Mickey D's for all ages, and that's Gary. Now, we also know that Mr. McKeever shaved his head. Now, we all told him how nice he looked, even though we know he didn't. But we said it anyway. And I'm sure next year he's going to do the same thing. So we have a hat. And it says, I'm having a bad hair day. And he was having a bad hair day. So he can take that along with him next year when he shaves that head again, because you guys will come out on top again, I know. We have one more gift for Gary. And you know how I love music notes, and I love to dress kind of like in that attire, sort of theme dressing. And that's what I'm trying to promote the rest of the group here. So we have a tie that he's going to wear at one of his concerts. And this is to represent Florida and Mickey and Minnie, because I saw him over there talking to those people, and music notes, and we want to see you wear this. So here's his Florida memory tie from the band history.
Who else would take him to the world's biggest McDonald's with a video arcade?
That's really where we went. The biggest McDonald's. He was so excited.
I'm letting this side of the arc look terrible because of the field conditions. Assuming that that's why you're not in good form. But people, you know, we just wasted about 10 minutes. And obviously some of you are not. The horn moves were horrible, just atrocious. No one was together in any section.
The Elizabeth Forward High School Marching Band. The Elizabeth Forward High School Marching Band is under direction of Gary McKeever.
I'll tell you, they need to if they're on the sidewalk. It's about 10 people deep. Here's another great marching band coming our way. It's the Elizabeth Forward High School Marching Band from Elizabeth, Pennsylvania. Gary McKeever is the director of this 130-member band. In their red, white, and black uniforms, the band is the grand champion of the Richmond, Virginia Azalea Parade in 1994 and is headed to the Hall of Fame Bowl in Tampa, Florida in 1995.
loud and clear through for you there for Elizabeth Forward High School Band. Sounding good, looking good this morning for our Celebrate the Season parade. The flag corps of the band.
I like how proud they look when they're, you know, twirling those flags.
Representing their school in the area.
Here comes the Marching Warriors, the Elizabeth Forward High School Marching Band. They are under the direction of Gary McKeever.
Go guys, 8 minutes. Make it happen. Go guys. March band. Hands up. Wait. Trumpet's accurate. Strong.
Oh, good. Somebody get out of the way with can't get a picture. Can't hear me.
Yeah, Gary.
We won the best band and best auxiliary in the parade, which qualified the auxiliary to be featured in the halftime show. And of course, we won first place also in the field show. So it certainly was just in retrospect, the trip was certainly one of the best and perhaps the best band trip that we've ever had. It was truly an outstanding experience. I hope that all of you share those feelings with me. The symphonic band season was also outstanding, and This band this year performed the most quality literature and major works of any EF band that I can ever remember. To the students, your performances of Jacob's Tribute to Canterbury and Margolis's Color in California, I think, easily demonstrate the high level of musical excellence that you've attained. In all, this band this year performed live in front of approximately 250,000 people. That's live, and plus before countless others on television. Our band members represented themselves, their parents, their school, and their community with pride and excellence at all times. In short, they are one of our school and community's finest assets, and I think the music education that they receive and share with others is invaluable. A few things to our seniors. I want to congratulate our seniors, and although we're saying goodbye to some of our most valuable band members, it's with great joy that our band applauds our senior musicians. And thank you, everybody. As they take their next important step in their future. As your music teacher, I will miss your contribution of talent. However, I will always carry fond memories of you as one of my most cherished class of students who made teaching worthwhile. Music is a vital part of human existence. Those who possess the skills to express themselves in the language of music bring a new wisdom to our society. The countless hours of rehearsal, the many trips to and from school, the modified family schedules, and a host of additional extras all serve as an investment in bringing this advantage to our students. Undoubtedly, there were times along the way when you questioned if it was really worth the effort. It was, it is, it always will be. The dividends will be enjoyed forever. Commencement is the beginning rather than the culmination. The music has not stopped and the band plays on. It is important for all of our graduates to seek out a performance avenue in this next phase of life, whether it's in a college ensemble for those entering a university, a community group such as a civic band, a church ensemble, or returning to work with some of the young musicians at one of the local schools, including ours. A new level of musical enjoyment is awaiting, and it brings with it intrinsic benefits for a healthy, happy, and harmonious lifestyle. Finally, your faithful support has been one of the primary foundation blocks in our program's structure. My office door is always open to all of our seniors. I ask that you do please stay in touch. I want to express my heartfelt appreciation to all of you. You have made it possible for all of us to strike up the band. Thank you, seniors.
our trip drawing to a close. I hope you've all had a great time. I think all of you have acted as responsible young men and women. I think I'm very proud of you in every way, your performances. And I think that we all need to thank some of the people that made it possible, starting with Mr. O'Rourke and the band boosters. Mickey? I also... a lot of you don't know, you really don't know, and you don't see what goes on behind the scenes, and what it takes to put together a trip for 210 people. And you know, when something little goes wrong, you know, we're all the first to complain, but realize that putting this trip together was no small accomplishment. And I think you owe a round of applause to Mr. and Mrs. Montgomery. I'm honored and privileged to work with some of the finest music and auxiliary and percussion people in the area, in the state, all right, Lord, in the country. Lori and Diane. Finally, I want to thank all of you, because you guys are the band. You are the ones that make it happen. You're the ones that make it.
This was written by Mark Despotakis on behalf of all of us. Dear Mr. McKeever, well, what more can we say than it's been fun? From our first day as freshmen, you made us feel welcome. We knew that you were serious about what we were doing, but you still knew how to have fun. We knew how much time you put in to make us better. We were all a little scared at that first practice, but you always made us feel at home. Your corny jokes were a trademark that we loved. They made practices all the better. During those long days of band camp, you kept us going and made us put on a show to be proud of. We got to compete with the best of the best, and eventually we became part of the best, and for that we thank you. After we ended marching season every year, we started to be exposed to the classics. We played some of the best music around and learned a little too. Most people don't get to be exposed to the high-quality music you brought us to. We may not have seemed excited to play it, but now that we look back, we were excited about it. Every year we attended the state adjudication. We tried to outdo last year's scores. With your encouragement, we did, and we thank you for that. The trips were our favorite part. You always outdid yourself in planning a great trip. It was always something special for us to remember. This year was definitely the icing on the cake. We couldn't have asked for a better trip, and for this we thank you. We are very sad to see you go, but we know it is the best thing for you. We are both sad and excited. We are sad because we can no longer work with the greatest band director in the world. But we are also excited because you could show more people how great you are. Through thick and thin, we have worked together and we love you dearly. Thank you, thank you, thank you, the Elizabeth Forward Warrior Band.
I'm pretty speechless up here. All I want to say is all I really need to say to all of you, as parents, as friends, who have been with the program for a long, long time, and I have many, many wonderful memories of 17 years here. But the one thing I need to say to all of you is thank you. And more than, you guys are great. Thank you on the stage. They're very, very great.
game at Three Rivers Stadium tomorrow will also mark a milestone for the Baldwin High School Band.
They will march onto the field in the footsteps of band members 29 years past.
Dave Crawley tells a story with a beginning and an end in KD country.
Trombones, follow the leader.
In a cold, damp parking lot, the Baldwin High School Band prepares for the show of a lifetime.
1, 2, ready, play.
The Highlanders Marching Band has the honor of performing at the final Steelers game ever in Three Rivers Stadium. For a band that has won many honors, this one's the capper. And to make it doubly sweet, it was a Baldwin High School band that performed at the very first Steelers game in Three Rivers in 1971. The story of that band of long ago is told in the pages of this old yearbook. Seems that was an overcast day at Three Rivers when they took the field. They did bring the Steelers luck. This photo indicates the Steelers beat the Giants 21-6. Now another band prepares for a moment to remember.
They've worked really hard all season. They've had a great season. I don't know if they're nervous, but I certainly am.
1, 2, ready, play.
Knowing that we're performing for so many people, we're going to put out our best.
We're just really excited to go in there and play and just have fun.
It's the last game ever at Three Rivers Stadium, and it's just really exciting.
For Hillary Miller, this final performance will have a special meaning. Hillary's mother was a Highlander majorette in the band that performed in that first game 29 years ago.
She remembers lining up along the sideline and all of them going onto the field, and she was nervous and very excited.
Now her daughter will share that experience, bringing down the house in KD country. I'm Dave Crawley.
And that is the news for now. The CBS Evening News is next.
We'll be back.
Playing a salute to Duke Ellington, we salute Baldwin High School, Group 4 Tournament of Bands champion. This band won 3 grand championships while competing in 8 states this year and was awarded several other honors. There are 128 musicians and 30 auxiliary members in the Baldwin High Band, including drum major Angela Anderjack. Band director Gary McKeever must be very proud of this group's many accomplishments.
Marching Highlanders of Baldwin Senior High School from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They represent Chapter 8. They're under the direction of Mr. Gary McKeever. This year's show is a tribute to Maynard Ferguson. Selections include Malaguena and MacArthur Park.
Gary McKeever. This band has received numerous honors, most recently capturing the Tournament of Bands Chapter 8 Championship in 2000, 2001, and 2. And marching with the band is the Mayor of Pittsburgh, Tom Murphy.
Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Here we have the Baldwin High School Band under the direction of Gary McKeever from Manchester, Missouri. Oop, I'm sorry. They are from Pittsburgh, not Manchester. Quick correction there.
Now, Jeff, that's the person that has to walk backwards during the whole parade.
Oh, the one that's doing the thing. Oh, yeah, directing the band. Yeah, the band director. I like the uniforms. I think jazz with my chef coat.
Glitter. And talk about getting out of the cold. Just imagine what it's like in Pittsburgh right now.
Wow.
Yeah. They were actually seeing some rain here today, yeah. It was warming up a little bit. There goes the Baldwin High School marching band.
All the way from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
The namesake for Royal Caribbean's wonderful Sovereign class of ships, the Sovereign of the Seas, set many of the standards for today's modern cruise industry.
We also will be marching in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, November 23rd this year. So that is on TV. And we also perform band competitions. We've been our local band champion for 6 years straight.
What are you doing down in the Bahamas?
We're on a pleasure/performing trip, and students raise money to come down, cruising on the salt of the seas, and stopping in Local Day, and then here in Nassau, and we're also going to perform in the Space Center.
How you enjoy it?
Oh, we're having a great time. The kids, I think, like it. It's one of the better trips that they've done. Last one we did the Gator Bowl, so they get around.
Get you back here again?
Oh, we'd love to come back.
Our regular programming will not be seen this morning, so the National Broadcasting Company can kick off the holiday season live from New York City with our telecast of the 80th Annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
And
Marching now at Harrow Square, Pittsburgh's Baldwin Highlanders, halftime favorites at Steelers games. In fact, the last band to play Three Rivers Stadium and the first to march under the Monday night lights in the Steelers' new home, Heinz Field.
And now it's time to score another one for these six-time Tournament of Bands champs as they make their Macy's Parade debut with Dance Bacchanal under the direction of Gary McKeever.
Let's go on an exciting journey as we say hola to
It is really nice to see such a great crowd here this morning. Where are all you from? Where are y'all from? Where's my drum? Where's my ba-dum king back there? All right. No, actually, it really is nice to see so many people here, and there are a lot of people here who are not from Pittsburgh. So let's have a round of applause for those people who are not from Pittsburgh. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much for coming this morning, Thomas. And isn't that our next port of call, St. Thomas? Oh no, we did. I promise not to talk too much, but I just flew. They asked me to do this one. I just flew in from Boston. Boy, my arm's tired.